Welcome back to Sledhead 24/7. I'm your host, Carly Applin. Skidoo is always improving technology for the way we ride. Let's hear more from Skidoo and find out what they have to offer in 2015.
You know, we're at Skidoo now looking at the 2015 engine lineup, and they're always pressing the envelope, always ever-changing, evolving, coming out with new product, tried and true product. And Steve is going to tell us about the different motor options Skidoo has now for 2015. Steve, what do we have?
Well, we'll start at the top of the line with the highest horsepower one. We've got the 800R E-Tech. This machine puts out about 160 some odd horsepower. Very strong for the mountains, very strong for the trail rider that's very aggressive, and very clean burning because it is E-Tech. On this one we have the 600 Ace. Again, now what's new this year is the ITC, Intelligent Throttle Control. So you're no longer using a cable to operate the throttle bodies, you're using a wire, so it's electronic. The benefit of that is we can put a learning key on this one. We can program the exact throttle response that we want, so you get the three modes again: Eco, Standard, and Sport. 900 Ace here. And this one, again, the same benefits that we talked about with the 600. ITC is a big part of it. Okay, this one's moving into more of the, this engine's gonna be used more in the utility market this year. So it's great for the terrain rider, great for all-around guy that wants durability, longevity, and low maintenance costs is what it's really all about. Plus, now, like you said, Paul, with this throttle that flips around, it's just nothing more than that to go to a finger throttle, flip it back to go to a thumb throttle. Very easy, very simple. So as a long day of riding, you can vary it, or let's say you're working standing up most of the time in a utility application, you might want to use the finger throttle more often than the thumb.
You know, Steve, a lot of people are wondering, including myself, what's the horsepower difference between a 600 Ace and a 900 Ace?
Well, at the 600, you've got 60 horsepower. 900 is 90 horsepower motor. The difference big being, you know, we added that third cylinder, obviously, so 50% more power.
What about the next automobile, Steve, the 600 HO?
E-Tech. This thing's been around since 2009. This is an extremely proven motor. It offers some things really, like really good oil economy, really good fuel economy, great horsepower. Power to weight ratio is fantastic on this machine. It's probably what I would say is a real benchmark for the industry to look at. We know that other people look at this and use this as where they want to shoot for. It uses no oil at idle, so there's no smoke, no smell, nothing like that. Starts instantly, just a push the button or just a slight pull on the cord, whatever you have for an option in your machine. Running instantly, it runs very clean all day long.
You know, that really is a 600 HO E-Tech is really kind of the starting point and benchmark for all 600 technology. When this came out, every other manufacturer was kind of scratching their head and trying to play catch up. This kind of started the whole 600 taking off in technology, did it not?
Without a doubt. This one has established a benchmark. Next, we've got the 1200 4Tech. In the four-stroke motors, this is our largest motor. It's a triple 1200. Very powerful engine, about 130 horsepower. But it does not have some of the technology that we offer in the Aces yet. That does not have the ITC, but still an extremely solid riding machine. This one is used, we see a lot of this in the Grand Touring segment, we see a lot of this in the GSX segment, and the Renegade Adrenaline seem to be very popular choices for this one.
You know, Skidoo is always ever-changing, evolving, and they're at the leading forefront of engine technology. And Steve, thanks for the information, but anybody that's still not wondering exactly which engine is right for you, which snowmobile, they can always go where and find out?
Go to skidoo.com, it's probably the easiest spot to start. Pick a model, pick an engine size, you're going to get what you want.
With features like ITC and finger trigger throttle control, technology makes it easier to go the extra mile.